This is our July Sew Along the book stack hanger. Join me as I stitch this together.
Once you've hooped up your stabilizer and loaded the design onto your machine, we'll place the batting on top of the hoop and stitch it down. Remove the hoop from your machine and trim the batting about 1 to 2 millimeters from the stitching. Place fabric A right side up on top of your hoop, covering the batting. Stitch it down. Remove the hoop from your machine and trim the fabric about 1 to 2 millimeters from the stitching. Leave the excess fabric in the seams. Stitch the placement lines for the books. We will be working from the right to the left of the hoop. In other words, from the bottom to the top of the book stack. Place fabric B right side up on top of the hoop, covering the placement line for book 4. Stitch it down. Trim and leave excess fabric in the seams. We will repeat this process for the next 5 books. Using fabric C to G, we will place the fabrics down, stitch it down, then trim. We're up to fabric F. Again, placing the fabric down, covering the placement line, stitch it down, and trim. Now that we've laid all the appliques down, we can start embroidering the satin stitch around book 4. Then, embroider the detail on the spine of book 5, and then the satin stitch around the book. Next, embroider the detail and the satin stitch around book 6. Again, embroider the detail on the satin stitch around book 7. After that, embroider the satin stitch around book 8. Lastly, embroider the detail on the spine of book 9. And then the satin stitch around the book. We will stitch the placement line for the label on the spine of book 7. Then, place a small piece of fabric over it. Stitch it down, then trim. Embroider the satin stitch around it. After this step, you may choose to add your choice of titles on the book spines. When you're done with your panel, remove it from the hoop and trim the seam to about 1/2 inch. Once you have all your panels, lay them out in the correct order, with the long edges together. Place the first 2 panels right sides together, pin and sew a 1/2 inch seam. We'll sew just inside the border lines already on the panels. Open out the seam and iron flat. We will repeat the same steps to join the bottom panel. Place the panels right sides together. Then pin and sew just inside the border lines already on the panels. Iron flat. If you haven't already, prepare fabric H for the loops. Press and fold the two longer edges widthways. Stitch a 1/2 inch seam to create a tube. Open the seam and then use the tip of the iron. Press this seam open. Attach a safety pin on one end and turn the loop through the right side. Press flat, leaving the joining seam in the middle on the underside of the loop. Edge stitch or top stitch if desired. Make sure the bobbin is the same colour as your top thread. Fold in half lengthways and cut. This will give you 2 loops. Fold in half lengthways again, and clip to secure. You can iron them flat if you wish. Machine baste the ends together. Clean up the edges if you wish. Place the loops 1 inch from the border stitching of the hanger. You can modify this depending on the type of hanger you're using. When you're happy with the placement, pin or clip them to the hanger. Back to the sewing machine. Stay stitch the loops in place. This is an optional step. Alyssa has added a piece of calico onto the back of the hanger because she's using a white backing fabric later. She used 505 to attach the calico. You can use your preferred method. Then, with the right side of the work facing up, stitch the calico to the panels using the original perimeter stitching line as a guide. This will show the correct seam allowance on the underside of the work and be your guidance for the following steps. Trim the edge so it is the exact same length as the hanger. Place the backing fabric on your table right side up. Place your sewn panels on top of the backing fabric with the right sides together. Pin or clip them together. Leave an opening of about 5 inches for turning. Stitch the seam, sewing just inside the border lines already on the panels. Remember to leave the opening. Continue all around the hanger until you reach the starting point. Trim the seam to 1/4 inch. And 1/2 inch where the opening is, so it's easier to hand stitch it closed later. Clip the corners for more pointed ones when turned. Then turn the hanger right way out through the opening. Use a pointy implement to help push the corners out. Press the hanger, including the opening. Choose your preferred method of stitching the opening closed. Alyssa chose to hand stitch the opening closed. Finally, stitch in the ditch of the seams to keep the hanger flat. This step is optional but highly recommended. Look at that! You've completed your book stack hanger.
Thank you so much for watching our video tutorial on our July Sew Along, the book stack hanger. We are so excited to see how you recreate this design. You can shop the design at swpea.com and find all the other details down below.